And you think that, right? So
I think
then
that.
you're also, when you start letting him make you feel bad about yourself, you're also giving him control of your self-esteem.
Oh.
And you don't want to do that, right? Because confidence is really sexy, so you
Okay.
don't want to let somebody else have, even though you're in a relationship with him, that doesn't mean he's responsible for your happiness,
Okay.
right? So he
Okay.
can enhance your happiness, but you're responsible for ownership of your confidence and your happiness and who you are, right?
Okay.
So those are your priorities. Because if you don't take care of you, you really can't take care of somebody else. You have to own yourself.
Okay.
Own your self-confidence, own your happiness, right? Because if you own your own happiness, nobody can ever take it away from you. So I do, and I work on all those things because of that whole 80% is social, emotional, intellectual. Once we start giving those pieces up and allow somebody else to have responsibility for them, that's when we start getting insecurities, we don't feel good about ourselves, and we start seeing it reflected in our health, like the stress affects your stomach. So I have a whole list of things
So that's
that stress. No, that's okay. So we're going to talk about that because that leads right to stress is bad. So you have your little sheet there. So we're actually on the second page already. Stress is bad for you for a lot of reasons. It leads to, physically, it can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, insomnia, diabetes, accelerated aging. We don't want to get old before our time, right? Premature death, obesity, and inflammation. Inflammation is huge, and I've actually been starting to do a lot more research on this, and it leads to other diseases. So diseases don't start in our body starts healthy, right? So it's the things that we expose it to, both environmentally as well as intellectually, that then open us to disease and viruses and things like that. So inflammation is where that starts. So when you become inflamed, you then leave the process in your body open to other diseases that can happen in the body. So you want to minimize stress. You want to minimize your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone. And you want to be happier. The more happy you are, you're also releasing all those wonderful hormones that happen like during an orgasm. That's an emotional mood thing. So exercise does that. We're going to talk about that next. But mentally, it can cause depression. So stress can cause depression. We all know that. It causes you to lose your libido, which we don't want that because I just talked about all kinds of sex benefits, right? So if you're not having sex, you're not getting those sex benefits. Anger issues, anger management, things like that, and then just a lack of wellness, in your own wellness, right? So we stop investing in ourselves. Once again, we stop investing in ourselves, we stop taking care of ourselves. You can't take care of somebody else if you haven't taken care of yourself. Make sense? That's not selfish, and a lot of times women are told that's selfish, but that's from people that want to take from them. Right? So somebody that really has invested you wants you and to take care of yourself. So when you think of the good relationships in your life, they're about people that want the best for you and want to see the best for you so that you're in a great position to be interactive. That's true interdependence. So authors like Stephen Covey talk about that when they talk about the 7 skills of highly effective people. He talks about the ability to be truly interdependent and how much stronger it makes us. So read that about interdependence. So that's what he's talking about. You take care of yourself so that you can enhance other people's lives in relationship form. So it's that whole concept of synergy, which is a little overused concept, but really it's where you bring 2 people together and the parts end up being worth something even more. They just improve each other because they have each other's best interests at heart, and there's that trust factor and good feelings, happy good feelings. Relationships should be about happy good feelings. Are you married?
I'm married.
You're married, right? So you're invested in this relationship. So when working with you, I'm going to work for ways to figure out where you're at, where he's at, and how we can make things better for you in that marriage. That's what I would do with somebody that was consulting with me. But in the meantime, take some notes and take some things you can take home tonight, right?